Hey guys, it's Tika and welcome back to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell to be notified every time I post a new delicious video. So today we are going to be reviewing the Father's Day cookie decorating kit from flowerbox.com. If you have not heard of Ann York's with flowerbox.com, fix your life now. I love flowerbox.com. I have been wanting to try out one of these kits for a really long time, and today we're going to do. Inside this kit, it comes with piping bags and a boo-boo stick, bag ties, cookie cutters, and these really cute stencils to finish off the look. So I've just been wondering if you can actually just grab one of these straight off the site, no tutorials, not using all the resources that are online. Can you just pick up one of these boxes flat off the site, get it home, and create magic? So that's what we're going to do today. I'm only going to grab a couple of cutters out of this kit, and I'm going to add a few of my own, and we're going to go ahead and get decorating. So let's get started. So I'm starting with one of the cookies that came in the kit. This is the wood plank cookie, and I cut some slits in it to make it look a little bit more like wood. I'm just outlining this with some medium consistency royal icing, and I'm just going to fill that in with this very same icing as well. So after this has had a couple of hours to dry up, I'm going to go ahead and take that wood stencil, and I am just going to use a little brown, and I am going to airbrush this design right onto my cookie. Then I am just going to hit up the corners and just kind of give it a little bit more dimension by adding some airbrush shading around the edges. Once that's dried up for about 15 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and take the next stencil, and with some really thick royal icing, I am just going to do a small layer on top of this and scrape that off. And then we're going to peel back the stencil to reveal the Happy Father's Day sign. Our next cookie is my construction guide cookie. I am starting off with a little stencil that I made, and I'm just marking where I want the hat to be. I'm going to take some medium consistency yellow icing, and I'm just going to go ahead and outline the shape of my construction worker's hat, and I'm going to fill in the first section. I'm going to let this sit for maybe about 15 minutes, and then I'm going to go back in with this really rich chocolatey color right here for the skin of our construction man. And once this has had about a good 30 minutes or so to dry, then I'm going back in with some nice thick consistency yellow royal icing. This is like about writing consistency, I believe. And I'm just going to go ahead and add on some details to this hat and fill in this little section right here with some medium consistency royal icing. The last step for this hat is taking this really nice 47 tip, and I'm going to add one little line down the middle, and then I'm going to use some black and a little bit of brown to fill in the face, and then some more black to go ahead and do the hair. I'm going to add on a cute little smile with an edible marker and a little bit of a beard, and we are all done with our construction guy. Our next cookie comes straight out of the kit. This is our drill, and I've already used an edible marker to add on some lines. And now I'm just going to start taking some of the colors that I have here, and I'm going to outline some of these areas. And once I've gotten everything all nice and outlined, I'm going to go ahead and start filling in alternate areas. And once those have had about a good 15, maybe 30 minutes to dry, I'm going to go in and add in the other colors. And now that we've finished filling in all the sections, I'm just going to go back and add some detail. And we're all done with our drill. The last cookie is another one that I added myself. We're going to do this company truck. So I'm going to start off by outlining and filling in my wheels. And then using a little gray, I'm just going to go right back into the center. And then I'm also going to add in a little white to make my wheels really stand out. I'm going to now just take some white royal icing, and all of this is about medium consistency, and I'm just going to outline around this cookie and fill it in. Luckily, we are just filling in the space around the wheels, not on them, so we don't actually have to wait for the wheels to dry to move on to this part. Once I've gotten my truck all situated, I'm going to take some really thick writing consistency icing, and I'm going to go ahead and add some lines on the top of the bed of my truck as the cargo. I have no idea what these things are. The person who these cookies are going to, he knows what they are, and like, it's a whole thing, like it makes sense, but I have no idea how to explain what these little sticky things are to you. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do a little wet on wet technique and add on the bumper. I'm not really too worried with this cookie about letting things dry thoroughly. It'll look phenomenal whether you let it dry thoroughly or not. So we're just going to go ahead and get through this one as quickly as possible. So I forgot to add a window. Thankfully, this kit came with a boo-boo stick, and I was able to just scrape out a little bit of space. And I'm just going to finish up adding these little lines here on top of the truck. And I'm just going to really go ahead and finish up adding in all the fine little details on this truck. So the last step of this truck is the logo. I've already used my projector and traced the image onto the truck, and now I'm just going to take some writing consistency black royal icing, and I'm just going to go ahead and pipe that right on. And then we are all done. I am in love. I think these cookies came out amazing. Okay, so let's talk about pros and cons of this kit. So, pros. I actually really enjoyed this kit. It was really fun. It was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be with me just kind of going into it blind. I loved that the kit came with everything that you could possibly need in it, like that boo-boo stick. Like I would have never even thought, like I literally opened it up and I'm like, oh, I don't need this. And then I used it. Then of course we do have to add in the fact that there is the website with 1,010 resources on it, and then there are of course tutorial videos that go along with the kits. I think had I actually used the resources online, it would have been a little bit easier for me doing cookies sort of like the plank cookie right here. I had a little trouble with that consistency on that stenciling, and I really thought that was going to turn out really bad, but it turned out cute. It really did. But I think had I actually used the resources, it could have been like way better. So for the cons, I only have one. I think that the kits should come with the food coloring gels. If they did, it would just make things a lot easier if you're someone who wants to completely remake that kit at home. Some people I know probably already have the colors. Some people might want to be like me and do something, you know, totally different and have a totally different look. So if I did decide to actually rate this kit maybe from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest of course, I would give this a 9. Like, this kit was phenomenal. It was a cinch. Like, it was a cinch. It was so easy to put together. There's really nothing that I can complain about. Like, I love it. The best part about it, in my opinion, are the resources online because they're very thorough. Like, I mean, Anne breaks it down. So as always, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I did have so much fun putting together these cookies with you guys, and I cannot wait to try out some more of these amazing cookie decorating kits. But I will catch you guys in the next video.